Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching from. I thought we could just hang out together today, and I have some big news I wanted to share with you. So yes, I know I'm looking totally crazy, but let's just pretend that you're really here and this is just like girlfriends hanging out today. I'm going to show you what I'm doing just to get ready today. But so my hair is looking crazy. I need like a major hair trim. Funny thing, I don't really have, like I saw like one split end and that was it. So my hair's, feeling a little dry right now, but thankfully I don't have split ends. But I scheduled a hair appointment for tomorrow, and those of you that watch my channel, you know I try to do most everything at home. So for the last 10 years, I've colored my own hair at home. I always use this brand, L'Oreal Excellence, not sponsored, just sharing what I really use. I just went to the store, I stocked up on a few extra things. I just bought this at the grocery store, but this is the brand I've used for like 10 years. This is their Universal Nudes. This is the natural light brown. And then if I can't find this, I'll just use like their light brown, but I always do L'Oreal Excellence. I never do Preference. I feel like Preference doesn't have as good of gray coverage as Excellence. If you want to see how I color my own hair at home, super easy. Like, I'm not a hairstylist, but I think I do a decent job doing it myself. I'll pop a video up here if you want to save a ton of money and learn how to do it yourself at home. So my hair, I guess the bathroom lights, I don't have special ring lights or anything like that. It kind of looks like I've got a lot of gray, but I only have a little, like I guess I do from here to here to here. So my hair doesn't really need colored all over yet. So I'm gonna save this and do this next week. But I'll just show you what I got at the store. Okay, so I got another one of these Neomed, these sinus rinses. To me, if you catch a little cold, I'm getting over a little cold. It didn't turn into anything bad at all. Just for like 3 days, I had just like a little congestion. But I did these sinus rinses every single day, actually multiple times a day, and it just like went away super fast. An allergist that I once saw years ago said, if you do this like every night, he said that if you have any, viruses or cuties growing in your nose or the back of your throat, you can pretty much prevent a lot of different illnesses just by doing a flush with this. And they have like these little saline packets. You just mix it with like distilled water, and I will heat the water up so it's not like icy cold. That's not fun. I probably wouldn't use tap water. I think I saw somewhere where somebody got like a brain eating amoeba or something from doing that. A lot of people use like a neti pot, but I just like these. These are nice. So I bought another one of these, and then I bought more toothpaste. I shared this before. This is the toothpaste I use. I don't use special whiteners, but this has like 5% hydrogen peroxide. So I'll rotate with just a regular toothpaste and then with this. And this doesn't like make my teeth super bright white, but I feel like since I'm a coffee drinker, I drink 1 or 2 cups a day. It does really help make a difference. It's got some generic Excedrin migraine for those moments when I feel a possible migraine coming on. Okay, so I bought a few of the hair colors, and then this is what I'm about to use, and I just want to quickly show you. I've never used this, and I don't think this is new to the market. Have you guys tried this? I tried it last month, and I was blown away. And I think it's like, I don't know, $6, $7, $8, something like that at the grocery store. Now, I got the one from L'Oreal. I think Clairol has one, and I remember trying the one from Clairol years ago, and I got like a light brown, and it literally turned my roots like black. So I was like, well, maybe these super fast processing hair color products just aren't good. So like a month or so ago, I tried this one, the light brown from L'Oreal. It's called their Magic Root Permanent 100% gray roots coverage in 10 minutes. So for like this, the all over hair color, I put it only on my roots, my regrowth, and I have to leave it on for like 40 minutes for it to process. But with this, I only have to leave it on 10 minutes, but it's like a touch-up type thing. I cannot believe I've had white hair, well, gray hair. I'm actually all white gray. This is just, from years of coloring it. But I cannot believe I've never tried this until last month. So anywho, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna share with you my exciting news. Maybe not exciting to you guys, but it comes with, let's just get everything out here. All right, so it comes with your instructions. There's gloves in here. It's got this little brush tip, and it's got the developer and the solution in here. So this is obviously not for your whole head of hair, but if you are a gray hair gal like me who colors your roots, and you'll color your hair and everything's fine, but like within a couple days, these pieces, do you see how white, how gray all of this is? Now I have some here too, but that's nobody's business, and it's not my business either, because usually my hair's hanging down. But usually I wear my hair once it's actually styled. I mean, this is not a style for me, but usually I just do like a little part and it's all down. But here, or I have it pulled back, you know, in a bun or a hat, but it's these pieces right here that are annoying, because literally within like 2 days of coloring my hair, all of this will still look great, but it's just these little side pieces right around my hairline. And so normally, you know, after I do my makeup every day, I will just take like a waterproof brown mascara and just kind of brush through just the way you would on your lashes. And they do have special ones that are specifically for the hair, but honestly, you could just use regular mascara. And then I put that on, and then of course it washes off every night. So anyways, like a month or so ago, I was in the grocery store and I was looking at all their hair color, and I thought maybe I could just get this more inexpensive one. That's this, you know, little touch-up one, and only touch up this area here, and maybe since I part it pretty much in the same spot, maybe just touch up this part, and I could prolong coloring my hair at home. And hang on one second, let me change robes because I'm hot in this one and I don't want to wear this just in case I spill hair coloring. All right, this is the robe I always like to wear when I color my hair. I mean, I guess you could go with nothing on, but I don't know. We live in an apartment complex, and I don't know, maintenance has come in before with like just knocking like, "Duh, duh, maintenance," and I'm like, whoa. I've just gotten in a habit of wearing a robe. But anywho, when I used this last month, now normally I color my hair with, actually this is the other one, this is the light brown. If I can't find this, I will get this one. I'll put them close, so if you want to screenshot them and find them in your grocery store, I'll see if I can find links. This video isn't necessarily about, oh, let me share all these links. I will share some, of course, because I know a lot of people like to shop with links, but just, you know, like I said, we're just hanging out. This isn't necessarily one of my regular videos. So if you go in your Target, Walmart, your grocery store, you can probably find these. But anyway, so normally when I color my hair with just my regular box color, I'd say it lasts a good 2 to 3 weeks. So usually every 2.5, 3 weeks, I'm touching up my roots. And you guys, I used this last month. I just did this area here, and then of course just the part. And I was able to go almost 5 weeks without coloring all of my hair, because like I said, you know, I'm not walking around with a part like this, so nobody sees this. So this all pretty much stays covered anyways. So really all, you know, I see or people see would be these pieces and the part. So this right here really allows me to extend, not having to do the whole shebang of hair coloring. Anyways, I just wanted to share that for those of you that are gray hair, naturally gray hair gals who color your hair. And this might help you to, especially these annoying little side pieces that instantly turn white. I thought you might be interested in that. And then the other thing I started doing so that these side pieces don't turn gray right away is when I do use my regular hair color, instead of starting here or here, I start right here, so that this way, after it takes about 5-10 minutes to apply it everywhere else, on these pieces it's left on not just 40 minutes but more like 50 minutes. So anyways, that's all I'm gonna do at home. I'm gonna save a ton of money by not going to the salon. Then I'm gonna jump in the shower, do my skincare. When I was in CVS a couple weeks ago, I picked these up from OGX. I wanted to try them. This I've already tried. This is their Smooth Emulsion and Argan Oil. It's a conditioning mist with ceramides, and the ingredients look great. There's not like a whole slew of ingredients. But then I started reading after I bought it and got home that it's really lightweight. It's good for super fine or thin hair. And my hair, I don't have thick hair, even though it looks puffy. It's just because it's naturally wavy. Actually, it's not. I have super straight hair. But when you have gray hair, it's wiry and wavy, and that's why I now have wave and wire in my hair, so I do a smoothing blowout. But so anyways, I've tried this a couple times after I wash my hair before I do my blowout, and it's okay, but I think I do need something a little bit more moisturizing and heavier. But I am going to try it again today with this. I have not tried this yet. This is the OGX Mirror Shine and Coconut Oil. It's a pre-wash, and it says I can't read, but what I read before says you just put it all over your dry hair, leave it on 5 minutes, I believe, and then you wash it out. Hang on, let me just, so I don't do it wrong, because I want to put it, I'm just going to put it on the ends, of course, because I'm going to have hair coloring here. Let's see. Apply generously to dry hair. It says from the shaft to ends, but of course, normally I would do it all over, but I'm gonna have the hair coloring, so I'm just gonna see what it does just on my ends. And then it says, let sit 5 minutes, rinse thoroughly, and then follow with your favorite OGX shampoo and conditioner. After I bought it, then I looked, and it doesn't have like amazing 5-star reviews. I think, you know, some people complained that it didn't really do much, but we're gonna try it and see how it works. And then one other thing, now this is obviously pricier than the drugstore products. This is the new Olaplex, their #3 Plus. I wasn't a fan of the original Olaplex #3. I don't know, what did you guys think of it? But this new #3 Plus, phenomenal. I've already gone through one whole bottle, the smaller bottle of it, and then they sent me this one. I love this. And all you do is, this is a pre-wash treatment. Also, you just wet your hair. And if it's super dirty, I mean, you probably should just do a quick wash and then rinse and don't condition. But on just damp hair, before you shower or before you wash your hair, you just put a generous amount of this on. Not only is this a bond repairing type product, but this also is a deeply conditioning type product. You only leave it on for 3 minutes. So while I'm getting my towel and my washcloth and all that stuff ready for the shower, I have this in my hair processing. I don't have it on now, obviously. Then when I get in the shower after 3 minutes, then I just do my normal shampoo and condition with whatever I like. Now, of course, they recommend using their shampoo and conditioner. I'm not a fan of their shampoo and conditioner. It's a little too heavy for my hair, but this is phenomenal. Like if you try anything from the brand, this is the best. But my holy grail from this brand is their hair bonding oil. Best hair oil in the world that I've ever tried. All right, so this is all I do. I'm just going to put the color into the developer, and I always double check to make sure the shade is the right shade. I don't know, that's a fear of mine, that somebody in the store will like take out the shades and put like the black shade and the blonde or something like that. So I always double check that it has the correct shade. This is shade 6 on the actual color. That would be terrible if somebody did that, but nowadays, you know, I don't even use coffee machines like in a hotel because I've seen all that craziness online. I just don't trust what people could do. So anyways, I just mix this up, just shake it a few times, and then the gloves are inside here. With the instructions, but you know, I've done this enough so I don't really need the instructions. But what I do is I kind of lay this on the counter. So if I lay it on the counter, so if I'm sitting this down, I sit it on here just in case anything's leaking so it doesn't get on the counter and stain it. Oh, really quickly. See, I told you this was not like my normal videos. This is just assuming my girlfriends we're all hanging out. So the reason I wanted to share this, not because I love it so much, and I've already shared it quite a few times on my channel, but okay, so I scheduled a hair appointment just to have a trim and a blowout tomorrow, and I still have no idea. I'll probably just have them same style, just trim it, you know, just to get rid of all of the dead stuff on the ends. I don't know, maybe I'll have them cut like a couple inches, something like that. But so they allow you to book your appointment online now on their website. And as I was booking it, they were asking like, what add-ons do you want to add on? And one of the add-ons was doing the Olaplex treatment. You guys, do you know that like this bottle, since this is their big one, it comes in a small one, but the small one lasted me probably 20 washes, something like that. And I'll have to look up the price to know for sure what it is. Oh, and this is on sale right now too, 25% off. I think I shared it in another video the other day, but this is on a huge sale right now. So when I was making my hair appointment, one of the add-ons was if you wanted to add the Olaplex #3 Plus, not the bottle, but just a one-time treatment. It was like $45 or $50 just to add that on as an additional service. And no, I'm not paying that. So there are certain things in my skincare, hair care that I will spend a little bit more money on. But of course, for me, if you've been with me long enough, you know that I pretty much never buy anything unless I can get it on a really big sale or use a discount code. So that's why I always try hard to get discount codes if there's something I like. Anyway, so I take that top off, then I'm gonna use their little brush. Now, normally I don't use this little brush when I do hair coloring all over. I just squirt it on and use my finger. But since I want to really concentrate just in this area, see how you don't even really have to squeeze, and a little bit already starts to come out. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of paint it on these little side pieces here. And if I get it on my face, it's not that big of a deal, but I do wipe it off with like a a damp washcloth within a few minutes, just so it doesn't stain my face, because I already have melasma and hyperpigmentation, so I'm not trying to get that on there. But anyways, just brush it on. Now, if I'm not filming, I will use like a little zoom in mirror so I can really see, but this will work. Now, if you really want to get into a couple of these, then you can kind of fill in these little areas. And then if this part's white, you could even, you know, put a smidgy right here. And I'm just gently, you see I'm putting like a pea size and then just kind of brushing it so it kind of like ombre blends with it. And let me see if I can do this side. I'll try it with my left hand and still do it in the camera. I mean, I love this, and I don't think it's new. It's probably been out for years, but like I said, I tried the one from Clairol years ago and it was hideous. It turned my roots completely black. It was really drying too. That was the other thing I didn't like. But this to me, I don't remember what I paid. Let me see if I have a receipt. Ooh, I do have a receipt. I didn't realize I had the receipt in here. This cost me, this was at the grocery store. These hair colors were $13.97, but oftentimes I get a coupon for like $2 off. And so I wait to even buy these when I have a coupon. Oh, okay, so, and then this brand, the new, that natural nude that I showed you, those are $13.97. This one was $11.97. And let's see. Here it is. Oh, wow, this was only $6.97. It's the L'Oreal Root Rescue. And again, I got shade 6. So this was only $6.97. So actually, since I was able to basically wait double the time of what I would normally have to cover, you know, color my hair all over, this is a huge savings. And then I'm just gonna put a smidgy in this general vicinity of where I would do my part. Only on the roots, like I'm not pulling it through to the ends or anything like that. I never put hair coloring on my ends. Maybe once every couple years, I'll go to the salon and I get what's called balayage, and it's basically, it's like highlights, but it's more like natural looking highlights. And of course, you know, they're like, yeah, come every 6 months, but I do it like every 2 years. All right, I'll go ahead, just because I didn't do a great job at coloring my hair last time. I did it super fast. I kind of missed some spots. So I'll actually just put a little bit here just to kind of touch up. Like I said, even this side's nobody's business, and it ain't my business either, because I really don't part my hair on that side. But there's just so much left in here, and I hate wasting it. All right, and I see I got just a smidgy right here, so let's just wipe that off of our face. Okay, good enough. Oh, before I forget, let me set a timer. I'm gonna set it for 9 minutes since I was already talking. While this is processing, I want to share with you, this is why I stocked up on a bunch more hair coloring and things. So my husband and I, we are going to go to South America. We've gone there many times. I film videos while we're over there, but normally we stay in Texas to be right next to his mom. And she's 94 years old. I've told the story before. She's in a nursing home, and you know, she's well taken care of. His other brother lives here. He works a full-time job though, you know, so he's still able to go see her almost every day, but she requires like constant care and attention. And by constant care and attention, I mean shopping, hanging out, cooking. I think that when people get older, they just don't want to be by themselves. And so she gets really depressed and really lonely. Literally, if we spend the whole day with her, she still wants us to spend even longer with her. But we're doing the best that we can do. But I'm not gonna lie, and I've shared it before, I get kind of not down in the dumps or whatever. I have to keep reminding myself of the scripture not to grow weary in well-doing, because we pretty much gave up everything to come here to focus on her. So she really is our #1 priority. And if you don't know the story, my husband, he was a firefighter captain, and we were living on the beach, and it's just a teeny little condo, nothing fancy, but still we were thankful to be on the beach. And so we sold everything. We also had a house in the country that we had built, and then I had my little condo near Tampa that I had before I met my husband. We had renters in it, but we sold everything. Got rid of all of our furniture. I mean, we only have one little storage facility that has, you know, like family photos and essentials. But as far as even clothes, I got rid of so many clothes because I'm not into fashion anyways, but we just didn't want to have stuff, and you know, you can't take it with you anyways. So our dream of 4 years ago when he retired, was we sold everything and we were going to just travel the world and live in different countries. I mean, I sold my car. We only kept his car. And so then a few years ago, his mom fell, broke her leg, then broke the other leg, had a mini stroke. And so she now came to Texas, where his other brother is. And, you know, she just was so unable to live by herself. It was very dangerous at that point. But they found a place for her to stay, which is like a place I would live. It's like a beautiful, it's not what you would think of a normal nursing home. It's really nice. And the care there is amazing. And also in Texas, everybody is so nice here. It's so different than, you know, what things were like in Florida. But hang on, I have coloring on my cheek that I didn't get off. But anyways, so we decided we don't want her to be abandoned or feel sad. So we just pretty much stopped our dreams of traveling. We said, you know, we're just believing that the good Lord's going to keep us healthy. So when that day comes where his mother goes to be with the Lord, that we will be able to continue, you know, fulfilling our dreams. And we feel like we're doing the right thing. You know, but some days, many days, just being honest, it's very challenging. And I won't talk about the personal details and drama, but it's a lot of drama. I'll just put it that way. A lot of drama, a lot of negativity when we're very positive people. And so we're always trying to stay lifted up and trying to lift, you know, her up. But it's just a roller coaster all the time. And then of course, you know, as they age, they always have something wrong, you know, physically also and mentally. And it's just, it's like the end of the world to them. And I'll be honest, I don't want to be 94 and have my body failing to where I can't even go to the bathroom on my own, or I can't, you know, walk 2 steps without having somebody help me, or I can't even put a shirt on, or, you know, so I get it why the depression and negativity is there, because I wouldn't want that to happen for me. And that's one thing also I will say that motivates me to really kind of try to get my body healthier. And because I want to make sure that as long as the good Lord keeps me alive, I want to be able to live a long, healthy life. And, you know, I pray I never have to go in a nursing home. I don't have children or anything like that. But if I do, the one that she's in now is just top notch, phenomenal. And thankfully her insurance covers it. So anyways, you know, I'm 53. My husband's 10 years older than me, 9 years older than me. And so sometimes it's just, this is a struggle for us being here. So I've shared before, we always try to get away on just little quick, really short, like a cruise here or there, somewhere right, you know, right by. But we took his mom to Vegas. She's only allowed out of the facility for 2 days. Otherwise, insurance's attitude is, well, if you need us to pay, then 2 days is the max that you can go somewhere. So she's only allowed to leave for 2 days at a time. So anyways, we took her to Vegas. She had a blast. But as soon as we got back, it's like that high and excitement. It just rock bottom, really low. And so we always want to make sure that we've got things planned for her. Anyways, we're going to take her to Miami, and then of course we'll do Vegas again. But she was like, yeah, you guys need to get away. You guys are, you know, have sacrificed everything, you guys. And this is when, you know, she was in a good mood. She told us this. And she's like, go ahead. I want you guys to go do some travel. So we always go to South America, where my husband's family, and actually where his mom is from, and to just this little town by Argentina on the beach. And we always go during off season because it's crazy expensive during the season. And if you know me, I don't like to pay full price for anything. So we're going to go during the off season here next month. And we're going to be gone for a couple months, you guys. She was like, yeah, go for 2 months. Because, you know, number one, it's a long flight. But she was totally fine with us staying gone. I think she might be regretting telling us that. But we're just excited that we're like, you know what? Yeah, she's fine. She's in a place, you know, his other brother's here. So we are going to at least go and do something that we're just so excited. So excited. And I pray that everything goes well with her back here. Even the nurses yesterday, they were like, we noticed that when you guys don't come, she gets really sad. And so, you know, and that's, I feel like that would be like that with anybody as we get older, because you just really long for that attention and just feeling that love. And, you know, a phone call just doesn't cut it. They want that one-on-one attention, even if you're just sitting there drinking tea. So if you have elderly parents, if they're in a nursing home or if they live by themselves or whatever, and you only go visit them, you know, once a month or whatever, once a year, if it's if it's in your budget and if you're able to go visit them, try to visit them, especially if they live near you. Just try to do a quick stop every day, every other day, or every week, depending on what your schedule is. I get it. Some people have, you know, kids and all that, but I just think it's really important to them. Anyway, so that's my big news. And so I'll film a lot of videos when we're over there. I'll share with you guys where we're gonna stay. Actually, the place that we are supposed to stay in, the lady messaged us yesterday. It was this big, beautiful 3-bedroom condo on the beach, and we were getting such a deal. And she messaged us and she was like, oh my gosh, the building is going to be doing maintenance, so that unit's not going to be available. Thankfully, she owns other condos in the area. So the one we're going to stay in is, of course, not what we wanted. It's smaller, which, you know, it's fine. But it's also much more affordable. And if the big, beautiful, luxurious one comes available, if they finish the maintenance, then we'll just move over there. So anyways, I'll film some stuff over there. I'll keep filming all the time, of course. I'm bringing all my products and all of that with me. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I'm sure many of you have heard me say before, I love the people here in Texas, but I absolutely despise it here because there's nothing to do. I mean, if you love shopping, restaurants, people, buildings everywhere, then you would love it. But you know, we like nature, we like the beach, we like just kind of peaceful farmland. And so where we are, it's not anything like that. There's not even a nice park for us to just go and sit and have a cup of coffee or walk on a nature trail. So it's just very busy hustle and bustle here. So that's why we're just so excited. Like, I almost can't even believe it's gonna happen. We're so excited. We're like two little kids. So I'm packing up and stocking up on things like my hair color. They do have, I think they actually even have this brand, but it's different. The labels are different and I can't tell, and I don't want to accidentally grab the wrong one and get, like, you know, a darker brown. So there's just certain things that I know that I like that I want to make sure I bring with me. And I mean, even like toothpaste. Toothpaste over there is like 4 times the price of what we pay for toothpaste. So there's just like certain things that I always make sure I bring with me. So anyways, let me go rinse this out. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna show you my skincare. I just got out of the shower, so let's cover ourselves up first, and then let me, hang on a second. Okay, and then let's just see what this did. Now, this is just a regular bath towel. I don't usually wear these on my head, first of all, because since I had that neck surgery, my head can't hold itself up, especially with a towel. But I mean, maybe it looks white because the way the light's shining, but I mean, I think this looks really good. I mean, it got on my forehead. So I think that's why this one processes so fast in 10 minutes, because it's super duper potent. But wow, this did a great job. So I'm sure I can get this off, but I don't want to scrub since I have melasma. And I can see that my melasma got a little annoyed because I did take a hot shower. 1 second. I'm gonna cool it down with my Aven. Oh, that feels so good. My Aven thermal spring water. I mean, I know I shouldn't take hot showers with melasma, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so yeah, this did a pretty good job. And of course, you know, I didn't put it on the ends of my hair, but we shall see. I'm gonna do a blowout. You know what? I was talking and I forgot to even test this. So I'm not gonna use this because I wanna test these on the same day. Like I said, I've already used it and I didn't love this, but I'm going to use something else. Oh, I'll show you really quickly what I used in the shower on my hair. Okay, these are soaking wet. In the camera, the bottles look more yellow, but in real life, they're more orange. They're more like this color. Anyways, these are from L'Oreal. I like these. I always like big jugs of shampoo like this in the shower. I was gonna use my Maylove one, the full thickening shampoo, but I realized I already have it in a bag ready to get packed. But this is the Dream Lengths. They're split end sealing shampoo. These are dripping wet, so let me put these back. I like the shampoo better than this conditioner, so I started using this one again and I remembered, oh, I don't love the conditioner, but I love the shampoo, so I'll show you what I used on my hair as a conditioner. So I used the same brand, the L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lengths, but this is their Savior Mask, and oh, it has 10% restoring complex with castor oil. It says it's for long damaged hair. I actually love this line. Again, this is not sponsored. L'Oreal does not know who I am. You know, I'll see if I can find links for these, but I'm trying to hold them close enough to the camera so you can just go to your grocery store, screenshot when I do this, and then just go to your grocery store and you can pick them up. And I don't receive any commission off of that. But this is something, I bought this like 4 times. This is their L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lengths No Haircut Leave-In Hair Cream. And I use this as a leave-in conditioner. And I put this on my hair just a smidgy, like a marble size at night before I go to bed too. And I don't know, maybe that's why I don't have any split ends. And I have not had my hair cut for like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months. So anyways, but I'm not using this today. I forgot I had bought this because I saw somebody on social media, JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk. And I got the small one. And funny thing is I remember many months ago, let me put a spray on first. Ooh, you know, I'm gonna use my Kerastase. I'm gonna use this. This is pricey. This is what I'm gonna use. I love it though. The scent of this, oh my gosh. And they have a fragrance now, which I wanna get it. It's like they say it's like a rose, but it's more like a citrusy, a really soft citrusy, fresh, clean scent. And this is their Gloss Absolute. I have the shampoo, the conditioner. I only bought these when they were on a huge sale at Kerastase. Because, you know, I think this brand is really pricey, but I will say I really like it. And maybe that's why I like a lot of L'Oreal things also, because doesn't L'Oreal own Kerastase? But anyhow, but if you are sensitive to really strong, oh, my neck, sorry. I'll tell you about my neck in a second. If you are sensitive to really strong fragrance, you're not gonna like Kerastase products. Some of their products I think are really stinky, like their new one, and the black packaging, the new one that they say is for like menopausal hair or whatever, it smells so bad. I smelled it in Sephora and I was like, oh, I don't care if it was free. This is hideous. The scent was so bad. I don't typically like fragrance in my leave-in products on my face, but I love fragrance in my hair. So just put a little of this on. This is really lightweight and it makes my hair really shiny. I use the shampoo and conditioner sparingly because it's, you know, like I said, it's pretty pricey. But the nice thing with Kerastase products is you only need like, for example, with like the L'Oreal, I need like 5 big pumps to really get a lather or to make it work. But with Kerastase, it's like they're so overly concentrated. So you only need like a marble size of the shampoo. And it just, oh, it smells heavenly. Every time I use this, which like I said, I've gotten it down to here, and I don't use it every day because I don't want to waste it, but every time I use it, if my husband walks by, he's like, what's that scent? And it's my hair. It's their hair products. And this is the amount of hair that just came out. So my hair doesn't shed too bad. But anyways, have you tried this? It says JVN Blowout Styling Milk. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Hopefully that's in focus, but I'll link these products. I'll link down below because you can't just go in the grocery store or whatever and pick them up. The instructions said to use like 2 pumps. I hope, oh, it's a thicker kind of a cream. And so I'm gonna try it. I've never used it before, but the smell smells so good. It smells like the Biolage products. You remember the old school Biolage and the white packaging? That's what this smells like. But I learned about this JVN product just from watching social media, and another girl, she was so pretty. She had really long hair, like she had a lot more hair and fuller hair than me, but she said using this product was the only product that gives her beautiful, you know, voluminous blowouts, and she said it lasts for days. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it because I never have. So we shall see. So let me just clip up my hair and get it out of the way because I want to do my skincare. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. Oh, a couple more things. I look crazy. Like I said, I don't like to use a regular bath towel. So this is my favorite hair towel, especially if you don't want that heavy, weighty towel and you want something that's going to absorb better than any microfiber towel or a t-shirt. This is phenomenal. This is from the brand Everest, and I'll link where I got this. But it's a special hair towel and it absorbs the water in my hair so fast. It is so lightweight, and it's just, I only have 1 of them, so I want to buy a couple more. But I mean, this is the most perfect hair towel. I have probably 10 or 15 different brands of different microfiber special hair towels that, you know, I've been buying over the years, and you know, they work. But I use this one every single time when I wash my hair, and it really absorbs that excess water. And I notice it helps to prevent frizz in my hair. So it's just the best hair towel. All right, let me just get the water out of my ears because that drives me nuts, and I'm gonna do it off camera because that's gross. Oh, and this is the shower gel that I used in the shower, and I'll put it up here, but of course I'll have to link this because I don't think you can just get it in stores. This is from Meaningful Beauty, the Cindy Crawford brand. Do you guys remember those infomercials? Boy, those used to get me all the time. I would buy everything late at night when I'd watch those infomercials. but I haven't used anything from the brand in so many years. And they actually sent this to me. They reached out and they sent me a few different things. I have not tried anything else yet that they've sent me. And I do get sent quite a few things, and I just, it takes me time because I like to properly test things to see if they work. But this, I actually like it. It's their Brightening and Smoothing Luxe Body Cleanser. It's quite lovely, and I mean, literally, if you could feel my skin, I haven't even put moisturizer on my arms, and my arms feel just like a baby's butt. This is a really nice cleanser. It comes in a nice size. I'm not sure how much it cost. Again, they sent this to me, not sponsored, no obligation to share it, but that's what I've been using, so I wanted to share. And one other thing that I did use on my legs, because I'm being kind of lazy and I wasn't in the mood to do a full body oil, body lotion. Have you guys tried this from Flamingo? Now, I'll put it up close to the camera because you can get this at like your grocery store or Walmart, or I don't know if Ulta sells it. But this is their light hydrating spray. You guys, this is a spray moisturizer for your body. It has squalane for hydration, white willow bark for exfoliation, apple extract for an instant glow. It's like super light. I've already sprayed it on my legs really quickly in the shower when I got out. Look at this. Can you see how light? Oops. I just sprayed it all over the stuff there. Oh well, everything sitting here is now moisturized. But you guys, all you do is just spray it on your arm or your leg or whatever. And sometimes I don't even rub it in because it leaves such a, like the mist is so fine and dispersed. So if you are lazy and you need to quickly put on moisturizer, and it's got the lightest scent. It actually smells like a high-end, like luxury, like a beautiful luxury hotel or something, but it's very light. So this is a really nice drugstore find. All right, so I just washed my hands because I'm about to do my skincare and I don't want to get, you know, the lotion and the hair stuff on my face. So this is what I used in the shower. I've been sharing this nonstop because I'm so excited and blown away. This is a dupe for the super expensive Is Clinical Cleansing Complex that I've raved about for so many years. This is like $50 for this high-end med spa luxury cleanser. But this has 100% of the identical ingredients in the same order in this product. I love it so much. But the reason I love this and the reason I've loved this for so many years, I kind of stopped sharing this over the years, even though it's been in my Holy Grail videos over the years. I had stopped sharing it because the price has gone up so much, you know, at $50. So I try to share more affordable things to try to help meet everyone's budget. But you guys, this is like 5 products in one. Not only is it a cleanser, but it's your makeup remover. I don't even have to use an oil cleanser first when I use this product. It removes my mascara and everything so well. 1 second. I'm gonna share with you what I'm drinking here in a moment. So it's my makeup remover, it's my cleanser, but it's also my exfoliator because it has gentle resurfacing ingredients in here. So instead of me having to use an exfoliator after I cleanse my face, I pretty much get it all done in this one product. It's also my toner for my face. And what I love using this for, just a few times a week. Now I can use this every single day, but this little trick that I'm about to share, I will use this as a face mask. And so, you know, with the cleanser, you're putting it on, rinsing it off, you know, within 30 to 60 seconds. So the ingredients don't really get a chance to work their full magic. But when I leave this on for like 3 minutes, the gentle resurfacing ingredients that are in here, it exfoliates my skin so beautifully, but it will really prep my skin for any other skincare products that I'm gonna put on afterwards, and it helps everything penetrate even better. So if you are looking for the laziest skincare routine and you don't wanna buy a bunch of products and you want something that's super affordable with identical ingredients as this super expensive luxury product, I think that you might love, love, love this cleanser. And of course, since I film with it all the time, I'm constantly squirting it out, so I waste a lot of it. I just bought 3 more. That's how much I love it. But let me just show you. This right here, that's probably even too much. This is all you need, like a pea size, or at the most a marble size, to cleanse your face or to leave it on as your mask. This is also perfection if you shave your face. I shave my face with a regular man's razor like once a week, and this has so much glycerin and so much slip to it, and oh my gosh, if you use this and then shave your face, you're gonna feel like you just came from the spa. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal cleanser. I can't believe no one has duped it, 100% duped it until this, and this is from the brand Skincare Generics. You guys have been hearing me rave about this brand because they make comparable products. Most of them have 100% of the same ingredients. to the high-end, luxury, super expensive products. Okay, also, if I talk too fast, some people are like, oh my gosh, you talk so fast. My mom used to send me to my room when I was a kid, because I'd get home from school and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about my day. Let me tell you what we did today. And she's like, that's too fast. I don't know what you're saying. Just go chill out, talk slower. But I've always talked really fast, and I know it drives some people nuts. And so, you know, sometimes when I'm really trying to teach something or whatever, I will slow down. But the regular me, the real me that I'm just sharing in this video today, hanging out with my girlfriends, I do chat very quickly. So if it's too fast, there's a little settings thing on YouTube that you can like slow it down. When I watch YouTube videos, oftentimes I'm clicking on their settings and I'm speeding up their talking, because I like to hear everything really, really quickly, absorb it quickly, but when they're like, and then I'm doing this, it's like my brain is trying to like figure out what they're gonna say before they say it. So I will speed it up. But if I talk too fast, there's a setting, just slow me down, and hopefully that helps. All right, so let me share with you what I'm drinking before I put on my next product. This was also sent to me, and I've never tried this before. Have you ever heard of this brand? It's called Better Greens. It's caffeinated greens. And I think they have one for like hormones too that a doctor developed. But a lot of the green juice products I don't drink anymore, because when I look at the back, the carbs are like 4 or 5 carbs. And since I eat a very, very low carb lifestyle now, I try to keep my carbs below 20 carbs a day. And so when I saw, they had a bunch of other products they wanted to send, but I didn't accept any of them because I thought, well, I don't want to be wasteful and I probably won't use them. But this caught my attention. This only has 1 carb per packet, and this is their green drink. Now, I mean, it's probably not super duper concentrated because it tastes phenomenal, but it's just the green, you know, they're like these on-the-go packets, and the flavor is just to die for. And I think it has the stevia in it. Let's see, yeah, stevia is what's sweetening it. I'm gonna put the ingredients here, and then I'll try to remember to pop them up on the screen, because I don't know if this will, let me just see if this will pick it up. It probably won't pick it up, but it has a lot of really good ingredients, only 1 carb, but this has, you know, the chlorella, the alfalfa, kale, parsley, Brussels sprouts, but it doesn't taste like Brussels sprouts, cabbage, all that good stuff. And then it has a whole superfood antioxidant blend with carrots, blueberry. They also have the probiotics in it and digestive enzymes. It has the organic grass blend, but this also has 120 milligrams of caffeine. And so instead of, well, I shouldn't say instead of, sometimes instead of having my second coffee for the day, I will just drink this. But it's delicious. Now, I don't like it with room temp water. I like it with icy cold water and sometimes over ice, but it's pretty good. So if you haven't tried it and you're looking for a yummy tasting green powder drink that's super low carb, you might really like this. And I did message them asking if they had a discount code. I'm not sure if they messaged back yet, so I'll check. If they did offer a discount code, I'll make sure I link that down below. One other thing I want to share, and I kind of hesitate to share this because I saw the other day that it was sold out again, so I'm not sure if it'll be back in stock by the time I share it, but these products from Remedy, this was sent to me. I loved it so much, though I just bought 3 more. That's how much I loved it. This is the Remedy for body bumps. This is their new KP exfoliation body scrub. You guys, if you have keratosis pilaris, the KP, chicken skin, strawberry skin, those little bumps, they kind of sometimes look like little pimples, but they're not. It's just like a buildup of keratin. And funny thing is doctors over the years are always like, oh, we don't know what it's from. And I've struggled with it on and off for years. Like sometimes my arms are extremely smooth and not a single bump in sight. And then other times I might get, you know, like 1 or 2 little bumps. But I would say, I don't know, like a year ago or 6 months ago on my arms, I had like tons of them on my arm, and they were so annoying and they were like itchy, and I was putting all kinds of stuff on them and they wouldn't go away. And I asked the doctor and she's like, oh no, it's normal. Lots of people get them and it could just be from hormonal changes. And so long story short, if you've watched my other videos, I'll pop one up here. I found out, I went to another doctor, got my labs done. I was pre-diabetic, insulin resistant. And then through more research, not from regular doctors, but like functional and holistic doctors, they were saying that if you just start getting the KP bumps all over your arms, your butt, or your legs, or wherever, I mainly just get them on my upper arms, but they were saying that is a sign of insulin resistance. And which is funny because I also had started getting a bunch of really weird little teeny skin tags all over my armpits all at once. And the doctor's like, yeah, it's just from friction. Well, they're all gone now. They've all fallen off because now, since I eat super duper low carb, I was doing keto at first, but now I've kind of slowly transitioned into super low carb. I mostly eat meat, but so it's kind of keto-vor, like part carnivore, part keto, but sometimes I do still eat some berries or nuts, so that's not carnivore. And sometimes I don't eat a higher fat versus protein, but I still always eat higher protein. But anyways, if you want an updated video on what I eat and exactly what I'm doing and some little kind of things that little super easy cheat things that I've learned that can help me to lose weight even faster, I'll share that in another video. So I've lost about 24 pounds now, and without exercise, and I'm not saying don't exercise. Exercise is important, but actually I'll get to that in a second. This is like a catch-up girl chat yappy video. So if you hate these kinds of videos, then of course click it off. But if you are one of my girlfriends on here and you like these yappy videos, life catch-up videos, then of course thank you for hanging out with me. So anyways, my arms pretty much just started clearing up on their own when I changed my diet and got rid of the sugar, the carbs. And it's funny because I've heard other natural doctors over the years saying, oh, having the bumps on your arms, the KP, keratosis pilaris, could be from a gluten intolerance. Well, I was thinking, well, let me rule that out, because since I'm super low carb, I don't even eat gluten. I eat mostly meat. And then another doctor was saying, oh, because you might be low in omegas. And so I started making sure I was taking my fish oil, my high quality fish oil again, and I eat healthy fats. So I thought, well, it can't be from that. And then another doctor was saying it could be because you're low in vitamin A. But then I started watching a lot of these doctors who specialize in insulin resistance, and they were saying, no, keratosis pilaris is like a common sign for insulin resistance. And I won't go into the scientific reason why of what's causing these growths on your body, like skin tags, KP, and all of that. But when you are insulin resistant or becoming pre-diabetic like what I was, you can start noticing these things around your body. And of course, most textbook things that most regular doctors say, they talk about, you know, the darkening around the neck, which I never got. And that's probably once your diabetes or pre-diabetes is so far gone. But there are more early onset signs that you can catch so that you don't have to become a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and have to do insulin and metformin and all that crazy stuff. So anyhow, I can talk a lot more about that in another video, but my little bumps that had started growing on the backs of my arms, they're pretty much, I don't want to say gone, because every now and then a few of them will pop up. But Remedy, which is, you know, a lot of the dermatologists, they all have their own skincare brand now, and I've tested probably all of them, but Remedy I would say is my favorite out of all of them. But they sent this to me, and this is their new exfoliating sugar scrub. And when they sent it, I was like, okay, it's probably just like any other scrub. You guys, this is phenomenal. As you can tell, I've only had this for a few weeks, and I am just like, I'm overly obsessed with this. That's why I just bought 3 more. This isn't like any other sugar scrub. This is like an acid type of sugar scrub, but it's gentle. But yet it like eats everything off of your arms. Not, you know, not like the skin, but like those little KP bumps. And what's neat about the sugar, they're not like hard granules. They instantly melt when they come in contact with water. So it gives you just enough physical, you know, exfoliation, but it's not super intense. Like some of those other scrubs that have like walnut shells, and there's some that are really expensive. This is affordable. Some of those other ones, they actually cause those little tears in your skin, and it's terrible. This has sugar in it, sucrose, and then glycerin is the second ingredient. It has a high amount of glycerin, so it is so silky and creamy. Let me just squeeze some out. I actually don't love this packaging, because look, to get this amount, I have to go like this. I wish it was in a jar so I could just scoop it out. But this, you can't really see. You can't really tell, but this scrub is just so luxurious. The glycerin amount in it just makes these beads just glide so well. And then this also has glycolic acid, it has lactic acid, a bunch of other amazing ingredients. But if you are looking to basically polish your skin on your body in a gentle way, but a super potent way, and not break the bank, I think that you're gonna love this. And then let me wash my hands and I'll show you the other product. All right, and then this, please don't be mad at me if it's sold out. I looked the other day and it was already sold out because I wanted to buy another one. But this is their exfoliating body moisturizer. I think that this was reformulated because I bought this before and I just don't feel like it was the same, but maybe it was. But as far as I know, this is the only moisturizer on the market that has retinol, urea, and lactic acid all in one. The combination of this sugar scrub and then putting this on, oh my gosh, wherever you put it on your body, sometimes I just do it on my hands, it's brand new baby skin. But if you do deal with the little bumps, the keratosis pilaris, this combination, phenomenal. All right, let's get going on our skincare. For my face serum, my skincare is going to be very easy today. I'm just using a half a pump of each side. Do you see that there's two separate pumps on this? This is the Skincare Generics Active Pro Serum. One side has the growth factor serum, the other side has the antioxidants, the marine extracts, the botanicals. And so they stay stable because they're in two separate chambers, and you can pump them out separately. You know what's interesting? You've already heard me share, this is a dupe for the $300 Holy Grail Growth Factor Serum from Skin Medica. And Skin Medica also now has the double pumps on theirs. But it took Skin Medica like, what, 10 years to get the new pump? And so originally when they, I don't want to say duped it, but I mean, this is 100% of the same ingredients as the Skin Medica TNS Growth Factor Serum. And this is, you can buy 6 or 7 of these for the price of one of these. That's how affordable this is. But I've been testing this for a while now. Identical ingredients list, and I cannot even tell a difference in performance, anything. They both are phenomenal. So if you want to save a ton of money and you already have tested this one, or maybe you've heard me rave about this for so many years and you're like, man, that's out of my budget, I want to try it. Now you can, because the exact same ingredients are in this. Now, you know, this isn't fancy packaging like this, but you know, I don't care. If I can save that kind of money and buy 6 or 7 of these for the price of one of these, I don't care if the packaging is not super high-end, luxurious, fancy. It works. It does what it needs to do. But funny thing is they originally had the single pump like Skin Medica, and as soon as people said, oh, I don't like the pump, they instantly changed it to the double pump. And so it's funny that Skin Medica took so many years to do that. Everybody that's leaving me comments, they're like, I can't tell the difference. They work identically and they look identical. Everything is identical about them. And of course, like I said, the ingredients list is 100% identical, but this sells out nonstop. This is already sold out, what, 3 times? And sometimes, I think the last time before it was out for what, a month, 2 months, something like that. It seemed like forever. Maybe it was less. But the nice thing is when you get your Skin Medica, you don't know if it's been sitting on a store shelf for like 2 years, because this has been such a super popular high-end luxury brand for so many years, and a bunch of different stores sell it. You can only get this at one place. And the nice thing is since it has gone out of stock so much, you know that it's always fresh. When you get it, it basically comes from the manufacturer to your bathroom vanity, like instantly. So you know you're getting super duper fresh product every time. And you kind of, you know, over the years, sometimes I'm not sure if this is always super fresh. So my little hack that I like to do is I like to leave this on, this cleanser on, as a mask a few days a week before I use this. Now, I pretty much use this almost every day, but a few days a week when I really want this to penetrate really, really well, I will leave this on, you know, just for a few minutes. And the combination of the two of these is absolute magic. So if you already love this and you haven't tried this yet, I think that you're going to be blown away when you try this combination. Now, the next step that I'm going to use, I've shared this before, I like to put on a vitamin C in the morning. And I normally use a vitamin C derivative. I typically don't use the full strength L-ascorbic, even though that's the one that's pure form, that's the most studied, that's the one that typically will give better results. But it's weird because over the years, every time I would use a regular L-ascorbic serum, I would break out all over. And my face was red, irritated. And so, for example, SkinCeuticals, this is their super expensive one. This is like, I don't know, what, $200? And now they sent this to me and I wasn't expecting it. They were actually sending me their new sunscreen, which is really nice. But they also sent me this. And I do really, you know, of course I love, you know, the science behind it, but I've always noticed it kind of feels oily. And when it soaks in, and the smell is, you know, not great. It smells like, what do they say, stinky hot dog water. But just the results, you know, this has been like the holy grail vitamin C serum for so many people for years, but this one, after using it a while, will always break me out also. So since they sent it to me, of course I'm going to use it on my chest, my hands. I don't want to waste it, but a while back I started testing this one from Maylove. Now I've used this many years ago and my skin just didn't like it. And now I'm 53 years old, and so this is what I've been using, but this is pure L-ascorbic acid also. But let me show you, you probably can't tell on camera, but this is the difference. Can you tell? I mean, this is already just dripping off. This one is like water. It's not oily like this one and like a lot of other ones are. And this one from Maylove, it just absorbs into my skin instantly. And so I just put like 2 little drops on my forehead and then 1 or 2 drops or 3 on each side of my face, and then just blend it in. And then I'll put a couple on my neck and my chest. I've used almost this whole bottle and my face has not broken out from it, so I just ordered another one. But I was wondering, this brand Skincare Generics, I know that they have a dupe, a nice affordable dupe for this one. I was wondering if any of you guys have tried this one from Skincare Generics. Their dupe, they also duped SkinCeuticals. I mean, they're duping every single high-end luxurious product. And I mean, people are liking theirs even better. But if you love La Mer, they have an affordable alternative for that. If you love Augustina Spotter, they have an affordable alternative for that. But if you also love the super expensive SkinCeuticals, they also have an affordable alternative for this. And I haven't tried it yet because when this brand first came out, I was thinking, well, no, I don't use L-ascorbic, I use a derivative. But now, since I've been using the Maylove and I've done just fine, I kind of want to use the one from Skincare Generics since I already love their Clean Cleanser and their Active Pro Serum. So let me know if you've tried it, if you think I'll like it. Anyway, so far so good with the Maylove. I really, really am enjoying this as well. All right, and I'm just gonna put a smidgy of my lash serum on. This is the one I've used for a few years now. I love it. It's the one, this does not have the prostaglandins analog in it. This is the healthy lash serum. This is the one from Dermalect. Love it. I do have a discount for this. I'll link it down below. And it's got like a milky kind of texture to it. So during the day, I just kind of put it on and then just kind of press it in with my fingers. And at night, I just slap it on. I don't care. But I do use this twice a day, and it helps keep my lashes super healthy, long. I used to use the Revitalash, which I loved, the way my lashes looked. But then I would get a lot more hollowing around my under eyes. And, you know, I still have, you know, this hollowed out area because, you know, I don't have fillers or whatever. But I noticed that when I used Revitalash, I felt like everything was more sunken because the studies do show that Revitalash and Grande Lash and those type of lash serums that can pretty much melt the fat permanently around our eye area. So as we age, we are not trying to get rid of fat on our face. We want to keep the fat to keep everything plump and full. All right, and that's all I'm going to do for my skincare. And then I'm just going to put some of my Dermatology. It's a moisturizer and a sunscreen all in one. So I'm going to do, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 pumps. And then I'll probably do a second layer. But also my makeup is going to have sunscreen in it. But I still pile on my sunscreen in my skincare routine first before I do my makeup. And this was just really such an easy skincare routine. I used cleanse my face, used a growth factor serum, a vitamin C, and a moisturizing sunscreen. So really 3 steps. And a lot of people can just splash their face with water in the morning and they're good to go. And don't forget your ears, don't forget your eyelids, and then I'll bring a non-tinted down my neck and chest since this does have a slight tint to it. One other one, I shared it in another video, but if you are looking to save a ton of money, I'll hold it close so you can just screenshot it and you can get this at the grocery store. These are brand new. I'm gonna take these with me on our trip, but this is the new Banana Boat. This is their Sheer Sensitive Face Sunscreen SPF 50. It is so beautiful. I'll try to remember to pop another video up here if you want to see what it looks like. It's not tinted, it's a chemical sunscreen, but it looks really pretty underneath makeup. All right, so I'm gonna do a blowout on my hair. Oh, I'll tell you about my neck really quickly. I get these like weird spasms that, you know, make me jump. So, and that's all that was earlier. It just like a quick burst of pain and then it goes away. But I started physical therapy yesterday, and of course I only have a couple weeks to do it. It took me forever to get back in, but he did dry needling. It's sort of like acupuncture, but it's a little different, I guess. And it's supposed to like do like trigger point in the muscle. So he's like, well, let's just try that and see, because you know I had this neck surgery 25 some years ago in the military, C5, C6 discectomy infusion, and I've had so many issues since. But and I try to do everything. I've done acupuncture, I've done different injections. I do get the Botox injections, which paralyze the muscles for my migraines. And since, even though they do the injections all here, here, and down here, they do a few of them here, so that's why I don't have a lot of wrinkles in my forehead. But so he put these like trigger point acupuncture type dry needling in the occipital region down here, did some in like this part of my shoulder, the back of my neck. It was so painful, and I have such a high pain tolerance, like so much that even when I was in the military, I used to let my students practice large gauge IVs on me. I mean, if you see up close, I have a bunch of little white scars from the multiple amounts of IVs I would let my students, you know, practice on me. But oh my gosh, I was laying there, you know, on my stomach, and a couple times I jumped, and typically I have such a high pain tolerance, nothing bothers me. They were not comfortable. It felt like he was like going so deep into my spine with these needles. And so he's like, I just had it done yesterday. And so he said, a lot of people have tons of relief within 24 hours and I have no relief. So I don't know if you guys have ever had that done, but it was horrible. It was really painful, and it could have just been since I've been in a lot more pain, you know, in my neck lately. But that's why I started physical therapy, because I'm having a lot of issues with my neck. Like when I roll over in the middle of the night or I sit up, it's like this intense pressure, and then it causes like really bad headaches, not migraines. That's something totally different. But my neurologist said they're now having like cervicogenic headaches as well. So it's something inside my neck triggering it. So I thought, well, I don't want to be taking medicine, so let's do physical therapy again. So anyways, and then he had me start doing some neck exercises. Like one of them was like, tuck your chin in your chest. I'm like, that's like creating 5 double chins. And then go like this, and then you're laying down, and then you lift up your head. And then another one, you're laying on your stomach. Of course, make yourself have 12 double chins, triple chins. And then you go like this, and then you lift your head off of the thing. And those are actually quite difficult for me to do, because I realize those parts of my neck muscles, they don't get used. So anyways, I'm hopeful. Since we're going to be leaving in a couple weeks, I'm going to do as many physical therapy appointments as I can, not the dry needling. I mean, even here, golly, that's very tender. Even where he did them, it's still extremely painful. So anyways, I'm just going to learn the exercises, and hopefully it'll help. But look at this hair coloring. I think it came out nicely. Like when I'm looking in my viewfinder, this looks white, but it's just the glare of these big bathroom lights. But let me see if I can get closer. Let me zoom in so that you can really see better. Try to get the glare off. Do you see how this like actually worked? It's just the glare from the lights, but I promise you this is colored. But look, it got rid of all the little white wispies. I can't believe none of you guys ever told me about this product, because I've complained, well, not complained, but you know what I mean, mentioned my frustration with how I'll color my hair, and then 2 days later I have these little white wispies here, and so I've just been putting like hair makeup over them. But this is phenomenal. So if you struggle with that too, I don't gatekeep, so hopefully this will work for you. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick blowout on my hair. I'll just kind of speed it up through it. But if you want to hang out, and I'll show you what the final look is. I don't think I'm even gonna put on makeup today, because I'm just doing stuff around the house. But I do need something on my lips. This is the Edam, what is this? The La Choo Choo Lip Softening Balm. This shade is, I can't even read. It starts with a B, berry or Bissop or something, glaze. I have an extra one of these. They sent me some, and they sent me the same shade. I had already bought this. So I'll put it in a giveaway if anybody is interested. I'll do the giveaway when I get back in the country. I have a lot more things that I want to do for a giveaway coming up also. All right, blowout is done. I left my roller curler brush thingies in my hair for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. So this is what they look like when I take it out. And I noticed the combination of everything I used really made my hair super soft and shiny. So I really like the products I use. The problem is, I don't know if it's the shampoo and conditioner or if it's my the Kerastase leave-in spray or that JVN blowout product that, I think it's the JVN. Or is it my Kerastase, because the Kerastase always makes my hair super shiny. But this is what it does before I brush it. Now, if I brush it right now, it's all just gonna go pretty much straight. So I'm just gonna kind of let it, you know, hang out like this, and then probably put a clip in it. There's been helicopters flying over all day long. I wonder if there's like a criminal somewhere in the vicinity. So anyways, that's just how I do my quick blowouts. But again, it was really just so I could test this out. And again, I'm not gonna put on makeup today since I'm really just doing things around the house. But if you do want to see how I do my makeup, I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. But if you do wanna see what I do for my makeup, I'll pop that other video up here if you wanted to click on it and check it out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this chatty video. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.